Another one.
Should I move from quality assurance to development? So, did anyone move from QA to development? I have been working as a QA manual tester for about a year, then started the automation for another year, and the company I am working with will get rid of QA. What? Because developers will do all the work. That's stupid. But anyways, my manager offers me to move to development where we use C# as the backend, and I am a little bit afraid of this move. Any advice? Well, I have plenty of. You know what? Maybe. All right. Should I give the clone the night off? Should I answer this myself? I'll let Mitch decide. Mitch, I'm gonna start answering this myself, but let me know, Mitch. Should I call the clone or not? Because I know that you guys are also good friends. I see the records that you call the clone asking for help. I see it. So let me know if I should call, and we'll get there, right? But let me start answering this question. Start the timer. So, my advice to you, right? My advice. Should you move from QA to development? Although it is not the smartest thing for your company to do to get rid of QA, because developers and QA see things totally differently. Developers cannot do, like, there's so many things that developers miss because they don't have the QA mindset, right? So what I'll tell you is that regardless of what the company does, right? Why would you not take up the opportunity anyways? Why would you not take the opportunity? If they're offering you, if your manager's offering you the opportunity to become a developer, and if you're not familiar with C#, well, there's tons and tons of courses online that you can learn C#. I even have one that I bought like 5 years ago that I still even haven't opened yet. But one day I will. One day I'm going to get into C#. So why would you not take the opportunity? Why would you not start learning it now? Start going through it. C# is like the cousin of Java. They different syntaxes, but one is made to run on Windows and one runs anywhere, honestly. So why would you not take the opportunity? I mean, if the option is become a developer and learn and use C#, or get fired, what? Yes. Pretty much the ultimatum is if you do not learn, if you don't become a developer and learn C#, then
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired.
So my advice is that take up their offer, right? And if you don't like it, if it doesn't work out for you, then they'll either end up firing you anyways, or go find another role somewhere else. Not that hard or complicated to do. You got like Sean was talking about earlier. You got to continue to upskill. And now, let's say you try it out, right? Let's say you try it out. You're not familiar with being a developer, but you try it out. And what if, God forbid, you're actually good at it? What if you're good at it? What if you actually like being a developer? What if you actually don't like trying to figure out every single edge case that there is, and you actually enjoy developing? How would you ever know if you are afraid to explore new heights? And the worst case scenario, you actually learn C#, but you actually prefer doing QA, and then you go to another company where you're doing that, and you can do QA, and you can use C#, and you can look at the code that they might be using, and you have a better understanding. So many options, so many opportunities to win. It's not that hard. I mean, especially if you had to interview for this position for the developer, right? Where you're not too familiar with it, I'd still say go for it. But it's an offer from your manager. They actually, if your manager did not value you, then they wouldn't make you the offer. They're like, well, we're getting rid of QA, so bye. But they're actually wanting to work with you. They don't want to get rid of you. They want to get rid of QA, but they don't want to get rid of you. So they like you. They probably think you do good work. So you better thank a manager. You better thank a manager. Giving you the opportunity to learn C# and work with the developers, and because if the developers are going to be doing QA anyways, then you could be a developer that does QA. I mean, now for the long run of the company, it's going to be a absolute total failure. Because a company without QA has no line of defense. Because what are the developers going to do? They're just like I said, it's a whole different mindset. They're just going to try to automate some stuff, write some automated tests. But how do they even know what to test? So that's why I would definitely be looking for another role, because that company might not be around for too long, or they might end up having to get QA back again, and then they'll say, hey, do you want to become a software development engineer and test? That's an option. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what the future holds. So they're making a mistake on that front, but that doesn't mean you have to make a mistake yourself. Go for it. There's nothing to lose. There is nothing to lose whatsoever. I say go for it, and either you win or you learn. All right? That's my thoughts about that.
I was deep in the zone, fingers dancing on the keys. Thought I'd nail this project, bring my boss to his knees. But the clock kept ticking, night turning to day. Then I woke up in panic, all my plans blown away. Lost in the dark, was it all in vain? I'm staring at my screen, it's a pixelized hell. Falling into despair like I'm under a spell. Late nights and lost dreams, feels like I'm cursed. Now I'm fighting this battle, but the pain only worsens. Try to piece it together, but the words just won't flow. Rewriting my thoughts like a painter with no show. My boss points the finger, says I'm slacking the grind, but he don't see the battles that are raging in my mind. Drowning in doubt, feeling trapped in this game. I'm staring at my screen, it's a pixelized hell. Falling into despair like I'm under a spell. Late nights and lost dreams, feels like I'm cursed. Now I'm fighting this battle, but the pain only worsens. Try to piece it together, but the words just won't flow. Rewriting my thoughts like a painter with no show. My boss points the finger, says I'm slacking the grind, but he don't see the battles that are raging in my mind. Drowning in doubt, feeling trapped in this game. I'm staring at my screen, it's a pixelized hell. Falling into despair like I'm under a spell. Late nights and lost dreams, feels like I'm cursed. Now I'm fighting this battle, but the pain only worse. Cause code once a treasure, now it's ashes and flames. Still I rise from the shadows, won't be muted by shame. But the pain only worsens. I was deep in the zone, fingers dancing on the keys. Thought I'd nail this project, bring my boss to his knees. But the clock kept ticking, night turning to day. Then I woke up in panic, all my plans blown away. Lost in the dark, was it all in vain? I'm staring at my screen, it's a pixelized hell. Falling into despair like I'm under a spell. Late nights and lost dreams, feels like I'm cursed. Now I'm fighting this battle, but the pain only worsens. Code once a treasure, now it's ashes and flames. Still I rise from the shadows, won't be muted by shame. But the pain only worsens. This code once a treasure, now it's ashes and flames. Still I rise from the shadows, won't be muted by shame.